Students, in the previous video we had seen about your operational amplifier with negative feedback. Under that, a non-inverting amplifier with feedback we had seen. So now in this video we will be seeing about the input and output resistance of a non-inverting amplifier with feedback. So here first your input resistance with feedback is going to be, we are going to take an operational amplifier where the internal diagram of your operational amplifier, the equivalent circuit of your operational amplifier is, it is going to have an resistance Ri, where this resistance Ri is going to be very large compared to your output resistance. So input impedance or input resistance of your operation is going to be very high. So this Ri we call that input resistance in open loop configuration of your op amp. Next, this RIF is nothing but the resistance with feedback. This F denotes the input resistance with feedback there. So we are going to measure the input resistance at this point there, that is considering the feedback circuit into account. Now we are going to consider a V in voltage to be fed to your V1, and this is your VID voltage and this is going to be your V2. Now we want to find out what is going to be your RIF, that is your input resistance with feedback, and the relationship between your input resistance with feedback and input resistance without feedback. So for that what we are going to do is, we are going to write, so here this is your V in voltage. Because of this V in voltage, I am going to have a current I in to flow through this Ri. So when I am going to have a current I in to flow through this Ri, I can write it as your V in is equivalent to, so here in this case your V in is equivalent to I in into Ri. That is the current that is going to flow through your circuit there. So here in this case we are going to have your R1 is equivalent to, that is your Ri, your input resistance is equivalent to V in by I in. So here your V in by I in is going to be the current that is going to flow there. Now I want to find out the relationship. So here in order to find out the relationship, what we are going to do is, we are going to substitute here. So here in this case, we are going to find your RF is equivalent to V in by I in, where V in is equivalent to your VID. I in is nothing but VID divided by Ri. So here we are going to have VID is nothing but V naught by A. So here what we are going to do is, we are going to VID is nothing but V naught by A. So we know that your A is equivalent to V naught by VID. So from that VID is V naught by A there. So substitute your VID here. So if I substitute my VID here, your equation is going to be, so I can have here your V in divided by V naught divided by A into Ri. So that is nothing but V in into ARI divided by V naught. So we know that V naught is going to be in terms of your this one, your V naught by V in is equivalent to, in terms of A and B, if I am going to see, your closed loop gain is equivalent to A by 1 plus A beta, AB. So here what I am going to do is, your V naught I am going to substitute. So V naught is equivalent to, so V in ARI divided by V in into, your V naught is V in into A, so divided by 1 plus AB. So this V in gets cancelled, this A and A gets cancelled, this 1 plus AB goes to the numerator. So your RIF is equivalent to Ri into 1 plus AB there. So that is what we are going to see here. So here your V naught is nothing but V in into A by 1 plus AB. So this we have to write it as your V naught by A. So V naught we are going to substitute from this expression, and then we are going to find out what is your RIF. RIF is equivalent to Ri into 1 plus AB. So from this what we can infer is, your input resistance with feedback is equivalent to your input resistance without feedback multiplied by a factor called 1 plus AB. That is the gain of the circuit there. So here your input resistance with feedback RIF is equivalent to RI into 1 plus V. So with feedback your input resistance is going to be increased further. Next is we are going to see your output resistance with feedback. So when I am going to consider the output resistance, the same circuit you are going to take, only changes your Vin is going to be made 0. Whenever I want to find my output resistance, my input voltage should be 0 here. So first condition, I am going to make my Vin to be shorted. So when my Vin is going to be shorted, this Vin is going to be 0 there. Now I will start with my output expression there. So your output expression is V0. So here at this point if I am going to measure, it is going to be your output resistance with feedback. This R0 is nothing but the output resistance without feedback. So we are going to write here your V0 is equivalent to your I0 into R0. Okay, so now what we want is R0. So R0 is equivalent to your V0 divided by I0. So to get this, what we are going to do is, this is your ROF. ROF is nothing but your V0 into this one. So here you will have it as your ROF there. So V0 by I0. What is I0? Apply the KCL at this node N. So this KCL at your node N, if I am going to apply your KCL at node N, your sum of incoming currents is equivalent to your sum of outgoing currents. It is IA plus IB. So if I am going to see your output resistance is going to be very low. If the output resistance is going to be very low, my current, your IA current is going to be very high. When IA current is going to be very high, if I compare this IA current with IB, my IA current is very high, so I can neglect this IB. So I will write it as IA is equivalent to IB. Sorry, I0 is equivalent to IA there. I am neglecting your IB current and I am writing I0 is equivalent to IA. So now to find out this IA, I0, what we are going to do is we are going to apply the KVL to this path here. So if I am going to apply my KVL, the voltage at this point is going to be V0 minus the current that is going to flow through here is going to be minus I0 R0. Here it is going to be minus A into VID is equivalent to 0. So here your V0 minus A into VID divided by R0 is equivalent to I0. So here your V0 we are going to substitute it. So if I am going to substitute it, your ROF is equal to V0 by I0. So now we are going to find out what is your VID. So your VID is nothing but your V0 by A. So here from this expression your VID is nothing but V0 by A there. So here we can see that your expression, your Vn is 0, so that means that ROF is equal to V0 by I0. So you are applying a KCL at your node N, your I0 is equal to IA plus IB, and you are going to assume that your R1 plus RF parallel RI is going to be very much greater than R0. That means that since a low output resistance, your current is going to be, output current is going to be high. I can say that my IA is going to be very much greater than IB. So I can equate my I0 to be equivalent to IA. So once I equate it, I can write my VID equation as V1 minus V2. So V1 is going to be 0, my V2 is going to be minus Vf there. So here we know VID is nothing but minus R1 into V0 divided by R1 plus R0. So this R1 by R1 plus RF is equivalent to B. So minus B into V0. Now if I apply KVL this part of the equation, so here in this case V0 minus I0 R0 minus AVID there. So this AVID, I can substitute this VID is nothing but minus B into V0. So here I am going to have I0 is equal to V0 minus AVID divided by R0. So here I am going to substitute my VID value. VID value is V0 plus ABV0 divided by R0. So here your V0 is equivalent, V0 ROF is equal to V0 divided by V0 plus ABV0 into R0. So V0 is common, remove it. So it is going to be, this R0 will go to the numerator. So this R0 will go to the numerator. So it is going to be R0 by 1 plus AB. So now from this we can define that your output resistance with feedback is going to be equivalent to your output resistance without feedback divided by 1 plus AB. So in your feedback, if I am going to apply feedback to the circuit, your output resistance is going to be reduced by a factor of 1 plus AB. Next is we are going to see bandwidth with feedback. So here we are going to have a band of frequencies for which the gain is going to be remain constant there. So you can see that for this portion your gain is going to remain constant, and this is going to be the band of frequencies over which my gain is going to be constant there. So we can define your gain bandwidth product. So gain bandwidth product is nothing but gain value is 2 into 10 power 6, bandwidth is going to be 5 Hertz. So here gain bandwidth product is 2 into 10 power 6 into 5 Hertz is 1 megahertz. So here I missed here 2 zeros there, so that you have to add it there. So here gain is, so suppose if my gain is going to be 1 and the bandwidth is going to be 1 megahertz, if I am going to multiply the unity gain bandwidth is going to be 1 megahertz there. So the frequency at which your gain is going to be 1 is going to be called as unity gain bandwidth. So here this is your first cutoff frequency or F0. So at this point you can see that there is going to be the first cutoff frequency there. So we define that cutoff frequency to be F0. So gain bandwidth is F0 into the gain here, if I am going to take it as A. So I can write it as your UGB, that is unity gain bandwidth, is equivalent to A into F0. Now where F0 is the break frequency of your operational amplifier. Now if I am going to consider a single break frequency, so single break frequency is at this point. So in that case your UGB is equivalent to AF, the gain with feedback, into your FF. Your FF is 1 megahertz there. So if I equate this equation 5 and 6, AF0 is equivalent to AF into FF. So now I want FF there. FF is equivalent to AF0 divided by AF. So from this what we can analyze is your gain. So F0 is equivalent to AF0. AF is nothing but A by 1 plus A beta, AB. So this A and A gets cancelled. Finally it is nothing but F0 into 1 plus AB. So from this what we can infer is, by applying feedback to the circuit, my bandwidth of the amplifier is going to increase. So how much it is going to increase is that it is going to be increased by a factor of 1 plus AB. So we define FF is equivalent to F0 into 1 plus AB. So we'll see a problem here. The 74C op-amp is going to have the following parameters, and it is going to be connected as a non-inverting amplifier with R1 is equal to 1K and RF is equal to 10K. So your A value is going to be 2 into 10 power 5. Ri is equivalent to 2 mega ohms. R0 is 75 ohms. F0 is 5 hertz. Supply voltages is equivalent to plus or minus 15 volts. Output voltage swing is going to be plus or minus 13 volts. Compute the values of AF, RIF, ROF, FF and Vout. So now to find out, one way you can find it out by using your A by 1 plus AB formula, or by separately using the formula there. Now we know that the feedback voltage gain B is nothing but R1 by R1 plus RF. So the given data is R1 is nothing but 1K, RF is nothing but 10K. So if I substitute here, it is going to be 1K divided by 1K plus 10K, it is nothing but 1 by 11. If I am going to see what is 1 plus AB, it is 1 plus A into B. A value is nothing but 2 into 10 power 5. B value is nothing but 1 by 11. So it is 2 into 10 power 5 divided by 11. The value is going to be 18182.8. Now we are going to find out what is AF. AF is nothing but, formula is A by 1 plus AB. So A value is nothing but 2 into 10 power 5. 1 plus AB is going to be 18182.8. So the value is going to be 10.9. Or the other way I can use it, AF is 1 plus RF by R1. RF is 10K, R1 is 1K. If I substitute it, it is going to be 11. Either the gain can be 11, it is approximately it is 10.9 using this formula there. Next is they have asked you to find out RIF. RIF is nothing but the input resistance with feedback. That is equivalent to Ri into 1 plus AB. So what is Ri given in your problem? It is 2 mega ohms. 1 plus AB we have already found out, it is 18182.8. So that value is going to be 36.4 giga ohms. Next we are going to find out your ROF. So ROF is nothing but R0 divided by 1 plus AB. So R0 value is going to be 75 ohms divided by 1 plus AB is going to be 18182.8. The value is going to be 4.12 milliohms there. And next is we are going to find out your bandwidth with feedback. Bandwidth with feedback is F0 into 1 plus AB. F0 is 5 Hz, 1 plus AB is going to be 18182.8, that is 90.9 Hz. Next is we are going to find out V out. V out is nothing but your plus or minus 13 volts, that is your V, the output voltage swing divided by 1 plus AB. So here if I am going to substitute it, it is plus or minus 13 volts divided by 18182.8, that is plus or minus 0.715 millivolts. That is going to be your output voltage there. So here in this case, this is your offset voltage. Okay, so with this we are winding up your non-inverting amplifier configuration with feedback. Thank you.